funny toe
and just
puns.
So anyway, I have a little comedic sketch about. I think that's pretty funny.
It is
It's
funny.
pretty funny.
I'm not giving you fake laughs.
Thank you.
That is very
Yeah,
funny.
I have some adoption
I
jokes.
also just was thinking when you mentioned that doctor saying that at the worst time. It's like, what is the worst thing you could probably tell me right now? Is that this is being difficult?
Yeah. You could actually not tell me that.
Right. And I had a situation with my wife where she's, giving birth to our third, and the epidural was egregiously late. And not to be TMI, let's just say we were at this thing's getting out of here in a short amount of time, and she's feeling it all. And that's the whole point of the epidural, is that you don't feel
that's
it,
the whole
right?
That's the whole concept.
This schmuck comes in. Okay. Bro, okay, listen, I love you, Candy, but I'm revealing some secrets. And she's in mid-exerting or amplifying that she's in pain.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
She's screaming. Okay. Doctor comes in, mid-yell, how you doing today?
Hello. Hello. Hi. How y'all doing?
What do you mean? Like, bro, I get it that doctors, you come in, you got, hey, how you doing today? Oh, doc, I'm not feeling so good. Like, she's literally going, ah! And the doctor's like, how you doing today? I'm like, well, what do you think, doc? You're here about 2 hours late. She's about to shoot a baby out. How do you think we're doing? She doesn't answer. So he's like, I'll come back at a better time. Like, no, the time is now, doc. It's now. It's like, so we get the epidural. It didn't matter because Roan came on out about 30 seconds later. And so we just had noodle legs until we could get to our recovery room. And I was like, are you just so novice in your job that you couldn't think of something better to say, like, hey, yeah, we're a little behind, I'm really sorry about that. The first thing you were like, hey, she's screaming. I wonder how she's doing. I was like, all you do, bro, is meet screaming, bleeding women.
Well, it's 2 plus 2. It's just like, oh, you're screaming, you're probably not doing great.
Right. And it just, so we left a review like, hey, you just have the most socially unaware anesthesiologist
This is
I've
probably
ever met
this
in my
poor
life.
doctor somewhere. He's just like, I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, well, I did not leave a good review. And, I told them we should have to pay for that epidural. And they wrote me a handwritten note, but basically was like, you're still paying for it. But we're sorry. We're going to do better. I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's like, don't lie to me.
You won't. Like,
That's
I
a
had the
great
nurse
story.
apologizing to me, so I know I'm not.
That's a great story.
It's a true story.
Yeah, we had a lovely birth story. But
are you saying that sarcastically?
No. I'm like, well, honestly, it was great. Anna ended up not doing an epidural, so she just did the.
Hey, good
she
for
just
her.
did the thing, and we went to U of M, midwifery clinic, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
they're freaking great.
I've done 3 different hospitals, so I've been able to rate experiences.
Yeah.
It makes a difference because we were
Massively.
in New York,
Okay,
which is you would think would be advanced technology, but New York's like a decade behind.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't think that. Believe it or not. For
And
some reason.
we love her, but the chick that delivered our first, literally had nails done up, and she had a bedazzled scrub. Like that was
in New York.
Yep. Staten Island, baby. And that just
yeah.
quality people.
Yeah,
Well, listen, super nice. They're all in. But it was bedazzled scrub with the bedazzled New York Yankees logo with full cat claw nails. That's experience 1. Experience 2 was Greenville, South Carolina, and it was like a cloud. Also our worst child. Love him, but he's just a challenge, as stubborn as I am. And then the third one was the just socially unaware, why not eating.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're 4th.
No, there's no 4th.
So your 4th
No,
is
we're
U of
not.
M. Hypothetically speaking, though.
Hypothetically. Actually, we like to go to different states.
Yeah, I will give a shout out to U of M. They were amazing. And
we have to move, and we have another one. That's kind of the
Yeah,
demo.
is that the thing? Yeah, you got to keep new state. Yeah, correct.
Do different states. So.
Yeah. I had a New York joke, but then I would get political. But
right.
Yeah.
Actually, Staten Island's very conservative.
Are they?
So.
No, I was just gonna say.
I'm forcing it out of you.
I
like that I'm helping you become comedy.
No, you just said that it wasn't really a joke. It's just more of a political statement. But you just said that New York wasn't very. They were very behind, and I was like, yeah, because they're giving all their money to immigrants.
Right.
But
yeah, well,
that's see, I told you it was gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good joke. That's
Can't wait to watch the retention chart.
Oh no, this is gonna be great.
Right. Bounce up though.
Oh yeah, it'll be bounce up. It's like, ooh, immigration.
I actually view all content that I work on and do stuff like this. I'm not even being funny. I view retention charts in my brain and what will happen with the audience.
I do the same thing. And what I do more of is if someone says something, I'm like, that's gonna be a great short. I'll be like, that is such a great clip, and
Or
I'll
me
ask
screaming into the
a
mic.
killer question, and it'll be like, I'm like, this is a great question, you better perform, and I'm like thinking in the back of my mind, like, please have a good answer, and they just don't answer the question, or they start, and I'm like, yes, and then they rabbit trail, I'm like, no, you know,
And you can't, you try. It's like chucking the bird out of the nest, right?
Yeah.
You hope they fly, and
Yeah.
then sometimes you're like, well,
yeah, that's actually a good segue into what you do.
yes.
It's a good say. Look at that, man.
Look, that's smooth.
I know. I've done-
Comedian, professional podcaster.
I mean, yeah, professional. 800
I'm just gassing you
subscribers.
up. Do you
I
like the
appreciate
love
that.
that's happening on
I
this?
don't know how to take it.
Right,
I'm not, I
rude?
don't do
Yeah.
compliments very
Just
well.
receive it. You
Yeah.
say, I am awesome.
I'm not. But
Words of affirmation.
yeah.
So.
Every day in the mirror, I'm like, I am fat.
What's that in Friends where he's like, you are a neat guy? Have you seen that,
Oh,
Bruce
yeah.
Willis? Okay, there'll be some Friends quotes that comes out during this
You
podcast.
big friends.
Yeah, I was literally just
More
on
coffee?
the set the other day when I was at Warner Brothers, and I sat on the couch and I was in the studio, and since I actually work with them, I got to like actually go behind and like touch things.
That's
So like
awesome, dude.
when I watch it now, I'm like, that cappuccino machine, I've touched it. Yeah, it's awesome, and it's totally irrelevant, but it's the legit set.
You
from
haven't
the
even
show.
washed your hands since. Like, you
No,
just-
I don't wash my hands anymore because of what I've touched.
Right.
That's
These
a
friends.
terrible. Don't call it that. But no,
But
it
yeah,
is
that's
cool
great.
to sit there and be like, that's where I shot.
Yeah, I like Friends. We also watched New Girl, and it's basically like
I've not watched
New Girl is like the 2000s Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I just love it because it's just that art of storytelling is lost. There's some haters out there, but I always just think about like I'm a big guy in like storytelling in general, part of my job. But like the show just takes very basic living. Like you realize it's not shot in a terrible amount of scenes at different locations. Like it's primarily coffee shop, apartment, then every now and then here and there. But the way they are able to create a new story every single time. There's some episodes that take solely in our apartment. Like that's a skill that's lost in our modern media, and I really believe that. Like we're very much like we have to make it very epic or very CGI. It's all over the place.
Well, look at Marvel. I mean, Marvel's
Right.
Well, look at how Marvel started versus where Marvel's at.
Right.
That's a. It
You
started
watch Iron
with-
Man 1, and now
Yeah, even Captain America. We just watched. We were actually re-going through the Marvel. We don't believe in Marvel after Endgame. So, but before Endgame, we're all in. And
right,
so
they ended there.
Yeah, and so, but even then, they got
Iron Man No
very.
Way Home was good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple. We
Like
like
that-
Loki. I like Loki.
Loki's good.
Like, but
Season
Loki's
2 was
actually a
great.
really good example of like storytelling versus like massive.
Exactly.
There's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of like figure piecing things together,
Right.
and so like anyway, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
What I want to
we'll
get
come
into
back.
first, is who is this guy?
Hi.
Who are you? Yeah, I'm like, dude, this is great. So you, I'm gonna try not to butcher your resume.
Listen, my kids don't even know what I do.